Have you done any audio, video work at all?
I've done, yeah, I was an audio visual aide in ninth grade, but I got fired by Mr. Olson because I kept showing up late.
What was the? I can't imagine that. What school was that?
That was Totem Junior High
Okay.
in the Federal School District.
Yep.
We would bring kids these days don't know about this. They have one button, the screen's all set. We had to wheel down the film projector,
Exactly.
and you had to thread the film. Those were the days. We had one newspaper, one TV.
Yeah, same thing.
Fat grandma, we had it all.
I had one audio tape recorder in my high school in 1961 and 2. The only recorder in the school. I was the only person that ever used it. And I used to do fake play-by-play.
One audio recording?
In the whole school, yeah. Big school budget, but not for that part of it, obviously. Hey, let me ask you about, man, how long you been on ESPN now? Is it
1994.
My God, that's 25 years, right?
Just about. I'm getting tired. But I got to continue to do it because got kids in college and houses and
plus they want you to do it. Otherwise, if they didn't want you, they'd probably just say goodbye. Isn't that how that works?
I think so. Yeah, it's like Richard Sherman.
Yeah, exactly. The new. And by the way, I was in where was it? Albertsons the other day. They got a really good sale on number 25 jerseys.
Like discount.
Yeah.
Must go now.
Kid jerseys.
Speaking of that, really unrelated, but sort of speaking of that, you know how Bobby Wagner has taken over the Stop Freakin' Call Beacon?
Yes.
I've used them twice.
Yeah.
And I think I'm paying for him. I mean,
you
know what I'm saying?
Like, you're definitely paying for him.
So I could have just called Al's Plumbing, no commercial, and still. But it felt good. I have that connection with Bobby Wagner.
Yeah,
and then my sister Nancy lost her dog. She got a replacement and named it B-Wags.
Good for her. Yeah, I mean, he's become a spokesperson for the team. I'm not sure if I were to grade his commercials. I don't know what. Honestly, I'm not sure what grade I would give him, but I love Bobby Wagner.
Oh yeah,
he's a good guy.
He's a sweetheart.
And Marchand had that account before that.
Marchand's doing good things. He's now giving out phones to the homeless, which is such a good. Some people think it sounds silly, but it's such a great idea because it connects them back to society. Like everything from being able to communicate to just kind of having that outlet to the world that you wouldn't have out there on the street. So Marchand's not only doing it in Oakland, but up here in Seattle.
Well, how about you? I mean, you're doing some pretty good things on Twitter. You're doing...
I should run down and grab the brace. It's too far away, though. But we're going to give away these braces I just discovered. I didn't discover it. Somebody else discovered it. I bought one. That's my discovery. But it kind of changed my life. I got a ruined ankle from football. With the brace on, I can move around without pain. I can play flag football, softball, whatever. And we're going to raise money and try to give them to some veterans who otherwise can't afford them. And we're going to have an event in mid-August in Seattle, and hopefully raise the right amount of cash.
Outstanding! That is great. Hey, let's go back.
Is this car going to move anywhere, or the whole time we're just?
No, it's actually moving now. You just can't tell. We're going so fast.
So you're going to green screen it or something?
Yeah, we might drive away and come back just to make it appear as if we were moving. But I don't want to copy my good friend Jerry Seinfeld too much because he's got attorneys.
I tried to work with him on a Mets-Yankees. Remember when the Mets and Yankees played in the World Series?
Yes, 2000.
And he said he would do something, but then the Mets fell behind like 0-3 or something.
Yeah.
And he left a long, elaborate voicemail about he can't do it now. He's so distraught. And he was dead serious.
Yeah.
So then we called and said, hey, can we just use his audio recording on the voicemail? They said yes. So there we go.
Good.
So we technically worked together on
something. And they did. They got swept 4-0 that time around. The Mets haven't been seen since. And I doubt that matchup's going to happen again this year.
No.
Let's go back a couple things. Your first job overall, not broadcasting.
Very, very first job?
Yeah.
I was a berry picker in Puyallup. I mean, if you count, like I got on my knees and picked berries, strawberries. But first, more regular-y type job, like where I really knew I was showing up and doing it.
Yeah.
I was a garbage man during my off time from college, either my winters or my summer breaks.
Man.
Favorite route was West Seattle, Alki Point.
Yeah.
They took care of their garbage so well. Like, you didn't even get dirty. They were like in these perfectly crafted containers and underground. So that was, plus you're looking at the water. Alki's such a pretty spot.
Yeah.
But I made more per hour probably than my dad was making at the time. He worked at the airport, worked at United. I think I left some of it at Long Acres, but I saved up a little bit. I was on scholarship for college, so really it was kind of fun money anyway.
That's true. UNLV football,
That's right?
Quarterback.
I really just wanted to brag. That's
no.
Just hang hanging on to anything at this point.
No. Hey, listen, that's okay. That's good. First car. What was your first car?
Fiat. My dad bought it for me after I graduated. My dad and his mom, my grandma, pitched in and bought me a Fiat. I got to pick it, and I was so broke that I would drive gas station to gas station to put water in. Radiator was broken. I couldn't afford to fix it, so I would just go 2 miles at a time, keep filling it. Eventually, I just got rid of it. The guy said, "You know what Fiat stands for, right?" He said, "Fix it again, Tony."
Right, exactly.
So, unfortunately, you have to have a little money or car knowledge to have a car like we're in right now. You can't just be a layman like me and hope it's going to work.
Well, what I did, I bought this in '92. Early '92 was a leftover '91 in the showroom at Capitol Hill, and then I met two mechanics, two brothers in Tacoma, down on St. Helens Street, Lino and Carlo.
They know what they're doing.
Italian brothers. They're about 5'2", and they still work on this once a year.
Nice.
They look at it once a year, and that's it. You're good for another year.
That's great if you can get a car like that.
Yeah. So I think they're getting ready to retire, though. So I could be in trouble.
I want to go back to it, but people will think I'm having like a crisis where you have to have a sports car, and they're fun to drive.
Yeah, they are.
Take it up to the Olympics, and like there's so many cool places in this.
Oh, you got to
region.
go back to it.
Yeah.
Now go back to it. I mean, I started this before I was actually old, so it's okay.
So you grandfathered yourself in.
I'm absolutely grandfathered myself in. One last thing. Let me give you a chance to talk about that event coming up one more time.
It's going to be August 11th. The hope is that it's at WAMU, right next to the Seahawks Stadium.
Yeah.
If it turns out we can't afford it, we'll have it somewhere, but that's our goal. We're working on funding. Got like 3 months to make all this happen. But the lady that's working for me knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
I have full faith we're going to pull this thing off. We got Steve Largent, Jerry Rice, Gary Payton, Jamal Crawford, a whole bunch of like really good names who've said they're going to come and be a part of this. And got some music going, and hopefully it's just a fun night or afternoon, depending on what time we set it. So it's still sort of in its infancy, but in the end, the goal is to put these braces in the soldiers' hands so they can stick them on their legs and walk without pain.
Outstanding. Kenny Mayne, thank you very much. I've known you, as you know, for years.
Yes,
but
I remember we knew each other. They don't know. The people here don't know that, though.
When you were back on Channel 11,
Channel 11,
I think.
good-looking 11, an hour ahead of the rest.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
if there's news on the weekends, it's news to us. That was our... But then they added a weekend show. And so then
good
that
point.
whole thing was that.
Now there's news every 15
we're at the very
minutes.
southern tip of Lake Washington.
Oh, yeah.
That's the last bit of water right there.
Yep.
Because I live at the very northern end, or just about the very northern.
All right, okay.
It's good lake.
New Hyatt hotel down here at the south end. The Boeing plant's been there for years, and of course, Seahawks not too far up the road. So a beautiful
local football team.
Beautiful lake. I'm gonna go.
Is this somehow gonna be on the Seahawks site? Is it?
Who knows?
I don't know the
right now.
For that. We're shooting them.
I'm just running this on YouTube.
Just experimental.
Put
Play
it on
Led
my
Zeppelin
website.
backwards underneath it, and people will make sense of it. So it's their problem to understand what the hell we're doing.
Exactly.
We know what we're doing.
Yeah, really? That's good. Thank you, Kenny. Take care.
Thank you. Can I honk the horn?
Yeah. No, it doesn't work unless the key's in.
Great.
Fix it again, Tony.
What kind of car is it? How does the horn not work without
the
key?
No, you got to have a key. Well, maybe it does. Oh, I take it back. Yeah.
We're back.
All right.